Don Shula would like to come, Brent. He'd like to come to New York.
The President, Donald Trump.
Every year, the National Football League comes up with some rules changes.
The legendary Don Shula.
He'd like an apartment in a building that I have on Fifth Avenue called Trump Tower.
Boasting of his properties on national TV.
We've been friends for a long time.
Where you can find countless examples.
Trump's ownership of the New Jersey Generals.
Everything that we touched in this city has in fact really worked out, and outside of the city has really worked out. We're creating a team, but we're creating a whole league.
Well, we have some of the dumbest leaders in the world. We have losers. We have losers.
Like many of the targets Trump takes aim at, he misfired completely. Like, for example,
check this out, the USFL.
The upstart USFL, where Trump bought the New Jersey Generals. This would lay the blueprint for his repeated business failures.
He gets the Generals. We need to move to fall. We have to move to fall. We need to take on the NFL. Immediately.
Author and reporter Jeff Pearlman. After the correct model is in place,
If God wanted football in the spring, he wouldn't have created baseball.
Trump decides to take on the NFL.
Donald was hell-bent to get into the NFL, either via an accommodation or a merger.
All because the son of wealthy parents born into the privilege of a golden paved road to success in life didn't get his way. He would sue the NFL on behalf of the USFL for $1.3 billion in damages, contradict himself under oath, and receive, in damages, $1. It was a major L he took. We move forward to the present day.
Shula and his legendary team finally got honored.
Don Shula, the winningest coach in NFL history, passed away at age 90. He also beefed with Donald Trump.
Don Shula would like to come, Brent. He'd like to come to New York. He'd like to be in New York, New Jersey.
Trump thought this was the best tactic.
How high has his price escalated?
Well, we've been talking about various numbers. One of the little obstacles is he'd like an apartment in a building that I have on Fifth Avenue called Trump Tower.
Strong-arming and shaming Shula through the media.
I'm not interested in the United States Football League and the New Jersey Generals. He mentioned that I was on the verge of agreeing to an offer, and all he had to do was agree to the things that I wanted, a condominium on Fifth Avenue. But I guarantee you, it wasn't down to that.
It failed miserably. At the time, Shula had 1 year left on his contract during the NFL season. Out of left field, Trump shockingly announced he was negotiating with Shula to coach his squad. That soundbite we just played for you of Trump asserting Shula's demands was aired at halftime of a Miami Dolphins game, and oh boy did this tick Shula off. He had to answer questions to the media while coaching a team about another team he may leave for. What broke up their potential partnership was having it publicly revealed in the middle of the Dolphins season, wrote Dave George in 2015. As always, in pure Trump fashion, he attempted to sway public opinion in his favor, making himself look like the tough guy that he ended negotiations. As Pearlman wrote, this tells you so much. Shula had never committed to the USFL. As soon as Shula saw Donald Trump's interview, he decided to stay in Miami. He was horribly turned off by the BS, the exaggerating, the fake swag.
I love those short sleeves, such beautiful arms. Great definition.
He offered to withdraw. Can he withdraw from the process?
Served by President Trump at the White House.
We have pizzas, we have 300 hamburgers, many French fries.
Going to the White House is considered a great honor for a championship team. Stephen Curry is hesitating, therefore invitation is withdrawn.
The Toronto Raptors are NBA champions in a wild upset in the NBA Finals. Upcoming are looming decisions on the future, including...
Well, good afternoon. It's my pleasure to welcome to the White House.
Will Donald Trump extend the invitation for a White House visit? Well, the team in 45, they have a history. When the president did this...
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
Kyle Lowry responded.
Any comment on the travel ban in the United States?
I think it's bull. I think it's absolute bull. Personally, I think it's bull.
Masai Ujiri, the Raptors' team president, who showed his onions, trading for Kawhi Leonard, sniped back at Trump.
Somehow, you're starting to get people to start to think in a bad way all over the world, and I just don't know how that's good.
When the bigot-in-chief proclaimed,
why do we want these people from, quote, all these whole countries here?
Ujiri, a son of a Nigerian father and Kenyan mother,
Why doesn't he show his birth certificate?
the Toronto executive made it clear. I don't know that just because someone lives in a hut, that doesn't mean that isn't a good person, that person can't do better, that person isn't capable of being great. I am a living testimony to that. If I grew up in a hole, I am proud of my hole.